Hello everyone, welcome to AgFlow's webinar. I'm Mariam, and today I will be presenting a little bit some insights about Australian grain forecasts and also weather conditions for this marketing year 2022-23. So first to start, the Australian report about climate, water and agri-report insights from the government was released on 23rd February. It's released actually every week, but this is the last version. Uh, States that for the week ending 22 February 23, a tropical low active in the Gulf of Carpentaria brought heavy rainfall to surrounding areas of the tropical north of Australia. Also, there are ongoing dry conditions across most summer cropping regions, and it would have allowed for uninterrupted access to fields for crop maintenance activities and for the harvesting of early sown crops, which is very positive. However, in regions with below average soil moisture levels, it will negatively affect the growth of the summer crops in the concerned areas of Australia. So if you see in the card that is on the left on the top, this is it presents a little bit the chance of above median rain between April and June, and we can see at that the chances are very low to be to have enough water rainfall and also soil moisture. Especially in the regions where we have more of grains productions. If you see in the next map, we can see where wheat is mostly produced in the green areas, which is the south, a little bit southeast and southwest, and the conditions are for both areas not really favorable. So we might see a negative impact of weather on Australian productions, and this will affect the export market because Australia is a main player for wheat, barley, and rapeseed, especially in the South Asian markets. Now, for the forecasts, if we see the USDA, it estimated that Australia's wheat production will reach 38 million metric ton in marketing year 22-23, which is 1.8 higher year on year, despite the droughts. But as we said, in this period right now, the droughts will help to access the fields and to make the necessary maintenance easily. Last thing about wheat is that the new planting will start in April, which is the season for the summer wheat produced. Barley as well is estimated to decrease by 0.6 million metric ton by the USDA, mainly due to harvested area decreasing because actually the yields are estimated to be better for this marketing year. Rapeseed estimates to increase by 0.5 million metric ton year on year in this marketing season as well. The USDA also revised up export estimates for Australian in late January, begin with exports at 27.5 million metric ton and barley at 8 million metric ton for this marketing year. So I would like now that we have a look on AgFlow's data about Australian exports for all of these commodities. So I will go now to the section for import-export. I'll choose export country Australia. And then here we have the total of exports that we have, and here we have the commodity. So I'm going to choose wheat. And here we have Australian wheat exports. So we can see if that since last year, the exports are increasing year on year for wheat. And we can see here that, for example, in January 23, it's 35% more year on year. Also for February, here we have, if you can see that so far, just until today, it's 2 million metric ton, and it will be increasing year on year. Also, we can have a look at barley. Okay. And it's positively for barley as well. So Australia increased its exports in 22 and also in beginning of 23. And finally, I will put rapeseed as well. And similarly, as you know, Australia increased highly its production in marketing 22-23 for rapeseed, and exports are increasing as well. Okay, now I will go back to the presentation, and the last thing is that Australia, which exports reached 2.6 million metric ton in January, as we just had a look. This is just conclusion. Barley reached 488k metric ton, and rapeseed 660k metric ton only in January 2023. Now I would like also to have a look on these commodities prices from the Australian side and compare with major exporters. So I made already dashboard to compare. I have to upload the page again. Okay. So here I have this one is for wheat, for example, and here I put wheat from Australia for the Incoterm FOB price, just to compare the FOBs between Australia. I also put Brazil from, so that we have an idea about Latin American prices, and also Romania, so that we have an idea about Eastern Europe as well. So here, if we have a look, we can see that Australian prices were lower in 2022, and now they remain lower. However, Romania and Brazil are also a little bit competitive, but Australia is the most competitive so far. I also have data about barley, and this time is for Argentina, Australia, and Russia. And here again, if you see, this yellow line is for Australian prices, and so far in March, they are very close to Russian prices, if you can see here, and Brazilian prices are higher. And finally, I put also another one for rapeseed to compare prices from Australia, Canada, and Ukraine. And again, here we have Australia is the lowest prices, despite Canada increasing its production for this marketing year. FOB prices are higher so far. So that's it for the presentation. Now I will present a little bit what's new in the Twitter community of AgFlow. So here we have Bilal, who says that Australia agri exports broke monthly record in December, but China's continued reluctance to buy barley from origins shift focus to wheat and canola shipments. We can have a quick look on China's barley imports. So here I will go back to AgFlow's app, and then I will choose import country, China. And I'm going to select barley as the commodity. And here we have quarterly, but I will choose monthly. And here we have imports per origin, but we can also only have the total values for imports. So we can see that so far in February, imports are increasing year on year. And the main origins are Argentina, Canada, also France. Okay, and a little bit from Australia. So back to the tweets. We also here have a tweet that is in French, but I translated. So Dr. Serge Daka says that in France, the soil from 0 to 40 centimeter high, the water index in this part of the soil is extremely low for the end of winter in the Paris Basin. No significant rain for 35 days, not a single drop in February, and no rain before 9 days from the date where he posted his post. So this is also interesting because, as you know, France is a major exporter of wheat and barley, for example, to North African countries, and this might affect as well the shortages of wheat commodity and other commodities. So here China published its position in the political settlement of Ukraine crisis. As Andrei states here, that Ukraine corridor extension seems like almost a done deal now. So we could have a look about the grain corridor, because now it should be renewed, and this is a positive news, because if not, there will be a lot of shortages in the commodities. Finally, again, Andrei Sisov said that Al-Sisi and Zelensky emphasized the importance of continuing the Black Sea Initiative, which enables Ukrainian export chips to reach international markets. And here again, we have Egypt, because it's a major importer of grains, especially from Ukraine. So that's it for today. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, you can reach to my colleague Erwin. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow me as well, and you can write us by email. Thank you.